Good morning, everyone, and a happy Monday morning to you. Hopefully, it's going to be a good one. We begin the day with recognition of Our Lady of Sorrows, which is the feast day of today, and it's a feast that always takes place the day after the exaltation of the cross. And there's a reason for it. Quite clearly, it's that the exaltation of the cross is recognizing that there is suffering associated with the cross, and that the suffering associated with Mary, who was present when her son was crucified. Interestingly enough, for the occasion of Our Lady of Sorrows, the Stabat Mater was written. Now you say, well, Stabat Mater, that sounds familiar, I'm not sure what it is. Well, it's, when we have the Stations of the Cross, and we sing that little verse every now and then, that is the Stabat Mater. So it's all talking about that she stood at the cross while her son was being crucified. And can you imagine that happening in the life of a mother, watching her son being put to death? Must have been horrific. And yet we find in John's Gospel today, Jesus says, "Woman, this is your son." And to John, she says, "This is your mother." So even in the time that Jesus was suffering, he was still concerned about the welfare and the longevity, if you like, of what he had established. So he was concerned about Mary. Even then he was suffering, recognizing her suffering as well. It kind of calls to mind, I think, a little of what Father James spoke about last Sunday, and not yesterday, last Sunday, when he mentioned the two young boys who were canonized. One of whom, the one who lived this century, Carlo Acutis, if that is the correct pronunciation, he was recognized because he created websites which documented miracles. In other words, he brought people into a realization of what it was that really went on, associated particularly with Mary, and he is therefore had the nickname God's influencer. And the reason I mention this in particular is because at his canonization, his parents were present. And what an amazing joy it must have been for them. Sweet sorrow, yeah, right, because their 15-year-old son had died. But here, on this occasion, he was being given recognition because he had done God's work. There is our challenge. You have a wonderful day. Keep yourself safe. We'll see you again. God bless. Bye-bye.